Create2Game, where we connect creators and gaming. I'm Moogli, and if you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, you will see that I still have not fully moved into my office yet. So if you keep watching, you'll get to see the progression of the decorations that slowly come in. But we had a lot that happened this week, specifically the Nintendo Direct that came out on Thursday. So stay tuned, I will be talking a little bit more about that later on in the episode. Earlier this month, Niantic announced the sale of its mobile games, including Pikmin Bloom and Pokémon GO. The approximately $3.5 billion sale to Scopely raised concerns from fans who were worried that since Scopely doesn't have the best track record with mobile games, this might increase in-game purchases for these apps, which, I mean, personally, Pokemon Go, I feel like the in-game purchases are already getting a little bit ridiculous, so if anything, hopefully this doesn't make it worse. I'm personally not optimistic about that. So the company Scopely is known for a lot of these in-game purchases, like paying to skip ads, for example. So for Pokemon Go specifically, the tickets that you buy for events, I feel like they're not worth what you're paying for sometimes. Sometimes they totally are, but sometimes it's like you're paying $20 for something that's not worth $20 in my opinion, and I feel like this is only going to get worse. And I mean, I've also played Pikmin Bloom in the past where I had to make a lot of purchases in-game, and then I stopped playing it just because I felt like I wasn't progressing and I didn't want to keep spending money. Was I playing it wrong? Probably, but I don't think this will necessarily help with all the in-game purchases, but I hope I eat my words. But speaking of this sale, the Niantic CEO announced that the company will be laying off employees after the sale of its mobile games group. So about 68 employees so far will be impacted by the layoffs. And now, because they're selling their mobile game groups, Niantic will be putting its focus on geospatial augmented reality. What do you guys think about this sale, and what does it mean for the future of mobile games like Pokemon Go, Pikmin Bloom, and Monster Hunter Now? I really want to hear your thoughts. I'm hoping it's not miserable because Pokemon Go has been getting me through a lot of my boredom. In other Pokemon news, more optimistic, LEGO and Pokemon announced a multi-year partnership. I am so excited about this. For the first time, Pokemon fans can build actual LEGO sets. I actually didn't realize this until last year, but the LEGO group never had a partnership with Pokemon. Instead, Pokemon had a partnership with Mega Bloks. So you can look forward to this collab in 2026. I don't know if it was Mega Bloks or something else, but I tried building a little Pikachu that I got for Christmas, and it was frustrating, and at first I thought I sucked, and then Lee told me, no, this is not LEGO. So I guess that LEGO technology wasn't there, and it was really, I didn't realize that LEGO is superior. But now we get to actually see Pokemon and LEGO come together. I'm really excited about this. It is officially almost time for the Minecraft movie to be out. It comes out in the US on April 4th. And as many of you know, it is starring Jack Black himself. Well, a modder named Snailman on social media decided to create a mod that added Jack Black's voice to the Minecraft game. Some of the mods include the character saying things like Steve or crafting table in Jack Black's voice. The modder actually submitted the mod for review, and it's been live now, so you'll hear Jack Black's voice lines when you launch the game, when you respawn, use or craft items. Oh, and even when you switch dimensions or do a whole bunch of other things, I'm guessing. I've never played Minecraft, so this all sounds great, but I have no idea what's going on. The modder said that they would potentially add more sounds in the future if they could, depending on what Jack Black's lines in the movie are. So that's kind of fun. If I played Minecraft, I would totally do that. Is this the type of mod you guys would get for anybody who plays Minecraft out there? I want to hear what you think. I totally would. And now to the Nintendo Direct. Yes, since we were already kind of talking about Pokemon, there's more news on Pokemon Legends ZA. So they talked more about the wild zones where wild Pokemon live. So this is, like a separate area from the actual town. I personally like this idea for two main reasons. One is that you don't have to stop every 2 seconds when you accidentally run into a small Pokemon that you're not trying to catch or fight. And 2, if you're fighting a wild Pokemon and you realize you're dying or struggling, you can just run right outside that wild zone and be good as new. I've heard mixed reviews on this though. I've heard some people don't like this idea. It seems silly. Like, why would you keep them in a little zoo in the middle of the town? But I think it's a cool idea. Of course, you can also find Pokemon outside of the wild zones. It was even emphasized in this trailer that you can find some on the rooftops. But yeah, you can still find Pokemon outside of the wild zones. It just sounds like those are the more untamed Pokemon, I guess. But when night falls, it is on because there is the ZA Royale where trainers can fight in battle zones. This part looks fun as heck. You can kite around to try to avoid attacks. It's not just like turn-based, okay, let's see what happens, where you're standing still. You really have to strategize for this one. In other words, this is not a game for Moogli, because I'm still learning the basics of Pokemon and battling and all that stuff, since I didn't grow up playing Pokemon. But for all of you pros out there, this sounds pretty awesome and a great way to enhance your Pokemon battle skills. I honestly can't wait for the lore of this game though. I'm probably not going to get it just because it looks cute and the outfits look cuter than Scarlet and Violet. Yes, that's what I care about. But seems a little complicated, so when Lee plays it, I'll just ask him about the lore and I'll just watch him play it, or all of you streamers out there, I'll probably watch some of you guys play it at times. So yeah, let me know if you plan on streaming it. And while we don't have a release date for Pokemon Legends ZA yet, we know it will be coming out in late 2025. And I think we're actually getting more Switch 2 news in April. So stick around, I'll probably do an update when that comes out as well. We got so many good game announcements. Actually, I'm really impressed that they're coming out with a bunch of games for the Switch. I won't name them all, but Metroid Prime 4 Beyond looks so good. There are so many like really cool games that are coming out, but of course I'm going to talk about the cute ones. So first, how have I never heard of Witchbrook? It's so cute. It looks like Stardew Valley. it just looks really cute. You're a little witch and you do fun witchy things, but it's in like the pixelated form of a Stardew Valley game. Also, my nostalgia kicked in when I saw the Tamagotchi game. It reminds me, well, first of all, it has the same cute music from the Nintendo DS Tamagotchi game, and there's even the same toothbrushing little mini game in there, so I'm excited to play it. It's so cute. I bet if I went back, because I still have the Tamagotchi game for the DS, I bet if I went back and looked at it, it'd be so old looking. Although when I imagine it in my head, it looks crystal clear, the quality looks so good, but it probably looks like crap. But yeah, probably gonna get this new Tamagotchi game. Oh, and if you're brave, there's a new Mii, like Nintendo Mii game out there called Tomodachi Life. If you're brave enough to play it and it doesn't give you nightmares, let me know. I kind of want to know from somebody who's played it what they think. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look up Tomodachi Life for Switch and watch the trailer. It's really creepy. It's like too creepy. I don't know. It kind of looked like Animal Crossing at first, but it wasn't. And speaking of which, I really need Animal Crossing for the Switch 2 news, which I'm hoping when they announce the Switch 2, they'll also announce that and the new Mario Kart, because I need more info on that ASAP. For all of you digital purchasers out there, you will soon be able to actually share your digital games with people in your Nintendo family, or transfer it to, like, if you have 2 Switches for whatever reason, you can play on both. There's a new virtual game card. So how it works is you would purchase a digital copy of the game as usual, and then you can lend it out to somebody or switch it to load it onto your second device. So you need local communication between the 2 devices, I think just for the first time. But then after 2 weeks, if you lend out the game and they don't like return it, I guess, it automatically goes back into your game. So it's almost like you're lending out a physical cartridge, but it's the virtual version, I guess. I want to know if you guys get the virtual or digital copies of the games, or if you like to get the physical cartridges. Let me know. I've always been like a physical cartridge person, but I think recently, because you can get it automatically and I've pre-ordered a lot of games, I have all digital copies for my Switch, whereas Lee has all physical copies. And I really do like the physical copies. I think I'm impatient and I pre-order it and I want it right then and there. Plus, even if you pre-order a physical copy of the game, I feel like you don't get the cool perks that you used to back in the day when you would get all this cool stuff if you pre-ordered it. So to me, I'm like, what's the point? I want it now. Consumerism and instant gratification, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys prefer? Thank you so much again for watching or listening to this week's episode of Create2Game. I really hope next time my office is cute, but regardless, I will be trying to post more episodes more frequently so you guys know what's going on and you can listen to it in a quick little short blurb instead of having to find all these updates on your own. But in the meantime, you can head to Valkence.com for updates on everything else going on with the Valkence family. And you can find me on all social media platforms at MoogliGames. See you next time.